Professional. It is Lou here.
Ashley.
Happy to have y'all. So we're gonna get right into it. You know how our gratitudes go. I'll start off real quick. I am thankful that my hair is cooperating with me lately. Like, if anybody out here is a natural, y'all understand. Like, I swear the reason why I've never done the big chop is because I know I don't have the patience and the tolerance. So when I need a bun, she has to be ready to go. You know what I mean? But I recently got a very necessary like cut and trim and just a regular old blowout. No, what do they call them things? Silk press or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been behaving, and I'm thankful for her.
I love it. I
Hmm.
love it. I love when the hair is cooperating.
Right.
I feel like I posted a photo of me with my fro the other day, just like
It's cute.
reminiscing,
Cute.
reminiscing of when my fro was cooperating. You know?
Yes, yes, girl. Yes, girl.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel that.
I am grateful for trying new things. I am now a certified fitness trainer. Um, yeah, I
Yes.
realized that there's growth in anything, right? So I started off in fitness in 2015 after a really bad breakup, just literally just walking in the park to clear my mind and literally turned into what else can I do besides walk and run? And kept on morphing and
She gonna challenge herself. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, challenged myself more and more. 8 years later, here I am. So I am grateful for always pushing myself to do something more,
Right.
unexpectedly sometimes too. So
And how about succeeding in it? I mean, you don't always have to, but like you are. So amen to that.
thank you.
Mhm.
But let us know what's the topic for today, Lubu.
So, with Mother's Day literally around the corner, um, it's it's so easy to just, mom is number one. She's the best. She's sacrificed. She's amazing. She does it at all. But baby, speaking as a woman and a mother, we don't want to be your superwoman. I don't want to be your superwoman. Like, I feel it can relate to so many different areas, especially in ways we can relate, but we're going to get into all of that. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, as a woman, you know, as a Black woman, think of it even as a nurse. Like, we are shouldered with so much, especially since the pandemic. Like, oh my gosh, y'all are heroes. Y'all are heroes. And it also happens to be Nurses Week. So, you got all the primary awards, Daisy Awards, this, and that. All these recognitions, and ooh, let me give you this really cute, stenciled pen, with maybe some lip balm,
And a pizza party.
and maybe like a cute water bottle because you're so amazing.
Thanks.
But no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks for real. Because literally, and I think because of the way that we've been programmed to think like, oh my gosh, to be called a hero or to be called strong is such an amazing thing. But it's just kind of giving people the, clearance to shoulder you with so many burdens that shouldn't be on you because you're able to handle it and take guilt off of themselves for not compensating you, not properly recognizing you, for not properly distributing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when things go wrong, an easy scapegoat, an easy person to put the blame on. When it took a whole village and we were probably telling you what to do in the first place, but you didn't want to listen because after all, we're women, right? Okay. Um, all of those things that it encompasses, and we're tired. We don't want to be that. No one, we didn't ask for it. we're just shouldered with it. And clearly because don't nobody else want to do it. So, we're always like, well, if something gonna get done and get done right, we're gonna be the ones to do it. Tired.
I'm so
I'm sorry.
I know I'm so tired,
Yeah.
and I don't even have the privilege of being a mother, and I am exhausted
Mm-hmm.
handling this, that, taking care of this, that, trying to wrap up this and wrap up that. And it feels like it's because I'm a woman. I get things done. I take care of things. I take care of home. I lead with my femininity. This is what women do,
Talk about that.
but I can't do it all. And you shouldn't expect for me to do it all. So for this episode on Mother's Day that
Mm-hmm.
we're posting, we're
Yes.
letting all the mothers know it's okay. You're not a superwoman.
No.
Hmm.
No. It's okay. Like, I mean, I guess, it's nice to be heralded or whatever, but it's like, okay, let's give mommy a break that one day and let mommy relax. At least, I mean, I guess it could be worse because Father's Day, they still be making them go to on the grill and feed the whole family, child. Like, your gift is going to be a toolbox.
Yeah,
and
I did it for my dad.
he gonna love it every time. Absolutely. That and a tie. Go to
Yeah,
work. Go
always.
to work. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't only be that. Like, why is that our only day to rest? If it is at all. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they want to spend it with you too. And God bless. God bless. And I mean this the nicest way possible. Okay? Sometimes you got to be like, fuck them kids.
I felt that.
Like for real. And I feel like anyone who really does that work, like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
Because they can be a lot. And even with the best of intentions, and we love them and we're going to take care of them. But baby, like if you got to be the one to work and then, not only make their lunch and make their food, you got to buy the groceries for the food. You have to realize when groceries are running low, when the toilet paper is missing, when you could do all that hard work and they're like, oh, I want McDonald's. And I get it now. Like, I get it now. Like, I
Yep.
really just slaved for you to go get some dusty ass McNuggets and some fries and my stuff goes to the wayside. Like I could have been asleep. I could have been doing this. I could have been reading a book. Could have had a drink. I could have been doing whatever I felt was right for me. But no, we're expected to sacrifice and smile through it. Um, and that's not fair. That's not fair. And it's also wrong when that I need me time is looked at as selfish.
Talk about it. And it's
It
needed. That's the
is
thing. It's
needed.
needed. How can you, if you cannot take care of yourself, how can you take care of others?
Right. Right. And it's just not and not effectively because like I said, we're always going to get it done.
Hmm.
Sleep deprived, exhausted. And let me tell you, me, like there are people who get hangry, right? When I am sleep deprived, I'm warning, like, don't come around me. Don't like sniff around. Don't ask no questions. Like, I don't need no long stories. I don't need no backstories. Just like come in, get out, because it could get real dangerous and you really not gonna like me. Like if you didn't like me before, you would hate me.
Noted. No.
And I can't even feel bad about it because also I'm not in the business of pretending anymore. And I feel like we're also made to, like you said, look cute and look pretty. We're supposed to be doing all this brunt work with a smile on our face, our nails all the way done, eyebrows fleeky, makeup, lipstick, and heels. Do y'all know how much heels be hurting? As you get older, your knees talk to you different. It's so real. I feel like this is a venting session. Like, I hope people are getting something out of this, but baby, like,
That's okay. There's times there many women can relate.
right.
Mothers can relate. I don't feel this is a venting session. This is more like they can relate to
Mm-hmm.
us. You
They
know what I'm
can.
saying?
Yes. Yes.
Um, I don't know why society put on these pressures that we have to just do this all and look beautiful while doing it. I appreciate honesty and transparency. I love
Mm-hmm.
it when women could be like, I don't got it all together. I'm really just trying to figure this out. I don't know
Like
if I'm
right now in this moment. Like right now.
I'm two steps away from a meltdown.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
smiling
want,
because I don't want to cry. Right.
yeah,
That kind of like when it gets to that level.
yeah. I want to cry with my kids.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a thing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
It's true.
Um, I feel like now we're in a space. I feel like times are changing where we are being more open about as women how we truly feel,
Right.
especially with pregnancy, post pregnancy, motherhood. I feel like now we're starting to be more forthcoming with our emotions,
Yeah.
how we're handling our day to day.
Yeah.
And I hope we continue to be that way. And I hope we continue to shed light and just show, like, no, this is not how it works out here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. And even whether it's motherhood or not, another thing that I'm not my mother, I'm not your mother. The things that they were able to endure and make it look so easy. I think if anyone were to have a real conversation with their mother today, they would realize that she probably needs some deep therapy, that she got some scars that she's still feeling, a lot of burdens that she had to carry and ain't have nobody to talk to. Like, who was a therapist? Maybe she had a good friend or a sister or a coworker, but like, who really?
Well, I'm telling you right now, I could not withstand leaving a whole nother country to go live in a whole nother country
Uh huh.
and learn their culture.
Right. Right.
Assimilate to their lifestyle
Yes.
and then raise children on top of that and
On
go to
top of
work.
it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not even made up that way.
Nope. And back then, and they popping kids like back to back. You know, living in certain conditions where it's not okay. You know, you probably don't even speak the language when you came here, and limited resources. You might have been the first one in your family to immigrate. So not only were you setting yourself up, you were setting up the whole clan because they were expecting, you know, send for me
Yep.
and send what you have to me. So the two pennies that you had, somehow you had to find another one to give elsewhere because money grows on trees in the States and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just the land of opportunity and wealth that didn't trickle down to women because what was it, 1950 when women could even have their own bank account? 19, I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm an 80s baby, but 1950s doesn't feel that long ago.
That was around the corner. That wasn't long ago.
Right there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a whole nother time. But in also saying that was survival. Happy they made it through. Hopefully they're able to breathe a little easier. You raised by that woman and expecting that from your spouse, your girlfriend, your significant other, maybe sometimes even your sister, because sometimes the older sister, younger sister is the one raising the other
Yep.
kids. Not that girl. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Because why? Why? Like, nothing about those times should be glorified or glamorized. And they did it because they had to. How else were they going to? It was survival, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And that's why I hope as women we are here now to thrive. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they were trying to survive. Now we're here. Let's thrive. Let's know what we're capable of doing, what we're not capable of doing, knowing when we're stretched too thin,
Yeah.
placing those boundaries. Um, this is our time to thrive as women, as mothers, you know, and really changing the game, honestly, of how um, social constructs are made about.
And who benefits from them?
We know who
Well,
benefits.
and that's why you gotta say fuck that too. Because it wasn't set up for you to win. So why follow them? Why? Not necessary. That's why I love, like, sometimes you go online and it's like, I'm not having no kids. I'd rather be the rich auntie. Good for you, sis. And everyone will go on to be like, you're gonna regret it, this and that. But if she abandoned those kids, then she's seen as bad, right? The kids she didn't want. Like, I could gift you something nice and pretty, but gifting someone a kid, that's another level.
I respect women who do not have children and choose not to have children. They really, I feel those women who choose to not have children, they're so in tune with themselves.
Hmm.
And I feel like, I don't want to generalize, but I feel like sometimes many people, we don't really listen to ourselves. We just go with checking the box of, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do in this lifespan, in this
Hmm.
life.
Hmm.
They really check in with themselves and say, do I really want to experience this? And the backlash I see when I read comments when a woman chooses to not have a child, it's it's a little insane.
All in her uterus, just trying to run the show is crazy. From a keyboard is wild.
We're not only baby making factories.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know, a lot of times once that baby's popped out, like, it's a whole different kind of world. Like, and you can know, especially speaking from working, whether L&D or NICU, the body, like, yes, we are amazing and it does amazing things, but think about, it took 9 years to bring life over to this side. Why are you expecting this woman to all of a sudden pop out a baby, whatever kind of complications she might have had, and just be on it, run the show, raising this child that is like up every 2 hours, feeding that one, maybe feeding ones you already have, feeding your grown ass, making a living, being to work on time and present at work, to come back home to in what
all,
world? In what world?
all over again. Um, were you in sociology of the family with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Um, we're both minor in sociology, right?
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that
So
little minor.
it gets me going each time when I see that. Gets me more going than my actual major.
Yes. Shout out to NYU for bringing that together for us.
There was this one particular book called The
Mm-hmm.
Second Shift
Yes.
that I will never forget. And that is what is expected. in the
Mm-hmm.
family, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to work, you get things done at work, and then you come home and it's work all over again. The second shift,
Yep.
taking care of home.
Yep. Yep.
Ladies, where is our time? Make sure you
Mm-hmm.
carve out your time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because to me, all we have on a day to day basis is a day shift and a night shift.
Child. And speaking of that class, do you remember that one girl who created her own major because she wanted to be a stay-at-home wife?
Stay at home wife. I
Right. And let me tell you, now she wasn't that crazy. She seemed out of it back then, but you know what?
She was
I'm
on to
with the
something.
little I'm with the little mayonnaise sis. I get it. I get it now.
I did not understand her at that time. I was
Hmm.
just like, why is she taking classes for that? Just be somewhere else. You're paying $50,000 a year
Right.
for this kind of major. Oh gosh, what is that school called when you can make your own major?
Is it
What was
Gallatin? Was it Gallatin?
Yes, School of Gallatin. You just make your
Just
own major.
spending and what wasting money, child, for an experience. Girl, do your thing.
And I'm just like, who is this girl? Like, what are
Yes.
you talking about? But now
Yes.
I get it.
She had the vision.
She knew
She knew.
way beyond.
Yes. Yes. But even with stay-at-home moms, like, to me, that might be more exhausting than clocking in somewhere. You know what I mean? Because I almost feel like there's this expectation, well, you're not bringing in income, so everything better be on the up and up. Like you don't have any room to, like, you can't have an off day. You can't be
Nope.
tired. You can't, oh, you just want to be, going out to lunch with your friends and shopping. Like, no, 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 you got to be productive.
Yep.
Do I?
And once again, a stay at home mom is a work shift.
It is.
It's a work shift. It
Yeah.
is work. It is work to constantly clean and cook and tend to the children, make sure things are done. And then you got to make sure you look good for your husband, quote unquote, too. And make sure you're attending to his needs, too, as well. It's work.
Mm-hmm. And it
So, God
almost,
forbid
yeah, it
you
almost
have a bad
absolves him
day.
from all those things. Because and it's almost like, I mean, hopefully it is structured where everyone's on the same page, but I could not see myself doing all of that. Because you really, in not, let's say, providing, an income, there's a lot of things, because childcare is like more than a mortgage nowadays. All those duties and those tasks, they're expensive when you outsource them, right? And people gladly would, but when it's being done at home, I could not imagine asking almost for like an allowance or having to get permission to use, those finances that are supposed to be for the family. I would lose my mind.
and, and just here speaking with you, sometimes that working as a woman, having
Yeah.
children, sometimes that's your getaway.
Speak on it. Speak on it because it's true.
That is probably that time you get away from your man, your husband, your children. You get to interact with people outside of your family and your kids. It's that moment of peace for you. Working your job, your Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Hmm. See, those are the people who wanted to go back to the office. I
Mm.
get it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it
They were
now.
ready to go back to work,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or that moment after work and you drive up in the driveway and you're literally just sitting in that car, just sitting in that car before you walked in that house because you know
Uh-huh.
what's
Uh-huh.
waiting for you inside.
Uh-huh. I've clocked in easily 40 minutes. And sometimes this is after I dropped off the kids from school. So they're not even inside. I'm just not ready to go into it. Like, it's
Yeah.
very true. It's very true. And the crazy thing is this is like controlling for that everything is okay. We're not considering, the situations where maybe you have a sick kid or someone who's a little bit more needy, or you're taking care of parents or whatever, or you're caregivers for people outside of your nucleus. It can be taxing and a lot. And I just want women to know that, listen, they're gonna talk shit anyway. So just do it how you want. Cause clearly they're gonna fumble and stumble without you. So like let them feel that. Let them
Yeah.
feel that a little bit. Do it on your terms. You can rewrite that book. Like, it's not too late, because I also don't want to set that standard for my daughter to think that she's just here to serve somebody. Like, you were not put on this earth for that
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
And let me be a shining example, honey, because I'm not. I'm not that girl. Took me a while to get here. I will not say. And sometimes I definitely still do feel guilty, like that mom guilt. And, like,
Yeah.
I have, coworkers who will call me out to drink right now, but they're like, I want you to do this and I want you to do that. And you want it to be a balance, and you don't want, like I always say, I don't want to be the reason that they in therapy and, late into their adulthood. But baby, yes, you do want to have conversation with like-minded adults. You do need that escape. You deserve it. You earned it.
Yeah.
Even if you did nothing that day, you earned it. You deserve it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, girl.
So, with that being said, ladies, today, just know you deserve it.
Yes.
However you spend this day. If that means be in your bed all day, you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
If that means not being around your kids for Mother's Day, you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not Superwoman. You know, it's okay to take time and do things. We can't get it all done.
No. Thank you.
So, on that note, happy Mother's Day, Marlu.
Oh, thank you, Belle.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, even the mothers who are not mothers, but mothering someone out there. Let us know your thoughts
Yes.
about this episode. Till
Yes.
next
Shout out to
time.
all of y'all, the aunties, grandmas, the friends. If you done help raise a child, you part of the village. We salute you. We thank you. And get some rest.
Yes.